I'm going to go through ESPN's list here.
All
It's starting, your bowl season, folks, for you NC2A football fans, is going to start on December 15th. The Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl at noon on ABC.
Must-watch TV.
What day is that? Is that a Thursday or a Monday or Tuesday?
No one knows. Let's check it out here. The 15th is going to be a
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, Saturday.
Okay.
Right.
Well, yesterday was the first, so, you know.
In this game,
It hurts to think, Bill.
Simple math, Steve.
God damn it. That's why I want to lose the bet.
We got some perennial powerhouses in the Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl. We got North Carolina A&T versus Alcorn State. Steve, who do you got?
I just want to know the attendance. What's everyone's? I'm gonna say 2,000 people will be at this stadium, maybe 3,000. And Alcorn State, I don't know.
Okay, if Steve's locked in at Alcorn State. Wiggs, who you got?
Anybody with the A&T behind their name, that's what I'm taking.
Right? And BV, weigh in on this great matchup we got here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Alcorn State simply because they're the only ones I recognize.
And I'm going to go with Alcorn State because what, Steve McNair is
Yeah,
from Alcorn State?
I thought he played. I was
They're
going to say,
gonna
I
channel-
wasn't
they're
for
gonna channel
sure.
The late great Steve McNair.
But seriously, the attendance is going to be like 3,000 people.
In
And
Mercedes-Benz,
80,000.
yeah.
How many
There's gonna be
parents
no
and
one
students?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Give or take.
They'll give away enough tickets to at least fill half of it.
Oh, okay. So half filled. That's our prediction.
So the Air Force
That's
Reserves are going to have a lot of cadets in this.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. So still on the 15th, we've got the New Mexico Bowl.
We got two bowls on the 15th.
One's at noon, one's at 2. You're going to have a bit of a Sophie's choice.
Oh,
Do you
man.
abandon the Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl?
Yes.
All right, New Mexico Bowl. We got North Texas, Utah State in Albuquerque, New Mexico at 2 o'clock. Steve, who you got?
Utah State. Isn't that what Urban Meyer
That was
coached years?
Utah.
Yeah, Utah proper. Yeah.
Oh, it was Utah? I thought it was Utah State.
No, Utah proper.
Utah State, since I kind of heard of them somewhere. Utah State. And there will be 4,000 people in attendance at that
All right,
one.
in New Mexico, Steve's got Utah State. Wiggs, who you got?
I'm going Utah State as well.
Yeah. BV, who you got on the New Mexico Bowl?
Utah State's a pretty good team. I think they should win that going away.
And I don't even know jack about North Texas, so I'm going to go with Utah State because, so Utah State, a clean sweep in the May Street Studios for New Mexico Bowl,
Bet it.
Utah State. All right.
Call your
We're
bookie.
going to Vegas with all these predictions.
Yeah.
after this.
All right. So now we're moving on. Still on the 15th at 2:30.
3 bowls in one day?
Dude,
Within
this is
2.5
huge.
hours?
Oh, man, that's a lot of
We
useless
got
football.
the AutoNation Cure Bowl. Tulane versus Louisiana at 2:30 on CBS SN in Orlando, Florida. Steve, who you got?
Well, since I can't stand New Orleans food, I'm going to go with Tulane.
Well, you realize
Where's
Tulane
Tulane?
is in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, I was like, because you hate their food.
Geography lesson while we're
I
here.
failed. Still going. Wait, is Tulane further away from New Orleans?
That I don't
close
know.
to the epicenter.
Tulane is actually in New Orleans.
Ah! Give me the other team.
No,
Give me
you're locked in
Louisiana.
at Tulane.
Son of a-
Once you take your hand off the chess piece, it is moved.
Oh, man.
Well, since we're
Wiggs.
naming former players of alma mater, I'm taking Sean King and the Green Wave. Give me Tulane.
You did not just pull out a Sean King race.
All right. And BV, who you got? Tulane, Louisiana in the AutoNation Cure Bowl.
The fuck is AutoNation?
This Louisiana Tech or
Louisiana.
Well,
I know it was just a
Straight
I know it was
I
actually
think it's
Louisiana.
Louisiana Lafayette
Okay.
Okay.
is their major thing, but UL, also known as ULL. I want to know what the hell is Camping World Stadium?
That would be.
It's in Orlando, but is that like? I mean,
don't
is that
know.
like the secondary venue in Orlando or something?
I don't know. Mickey Mouse does shows there.
Yeah. So who
Yeah,
you got?
you know
BV?
what? Just for the sake of, I'm going to take Louisiana.
Yeah, and I was thinking that too. I'm going to go with Louisiana with BV to get some action going in this room. We got 2 Tulanes, 2 Louisianas.
I always thought Tulane was in Texas. I don't
You
know
thought
why.
wrong.
No, yeah.
So
Wow.
I screwed the pooch on
All
that one.
right. So moving on from Steve's bad geography, we've got another bowl on the 15th at 3:30.
God, this day's just busy.
This is weird. I got to take
Capital-
Capital Bowl season.
So-
man. Kick it off.
We've got Mitsubishi Motors Las Vegas Bowl,
The names are the best of these bowls.
Fresno State versus Arizona State at 3. Now I actually I'm into this game a little
This
bit.
might
I'll
be
be
Because of
honest.
Herm?
Herm, man.
The Herm,
He's
yeah.
one of
I'm
my
going-
surprises of the
I'm
years.
going
We're going
with
to talk
Herm.
about a little later.
I'm taking Arizona State right away.
Okay.
It might be the game of the day. I haven't heard the
I'm
rest
so
of the bowl
far. I'm
games.
thinking that. So Steve's
I-
locked in
Arizona
Arizona
State.
State.
I'm going to Sun Devils as well. I got
Okay.
the Fighting Herms.
The Fighting
Okay,
Herms.
now BV, who you got? Fresno State, Arizona State. BV.
You know, I'm a big fan of Herm. but I think Fresno will win this game. I think
Yeah.
they're a better team.
And again, I'm with Team BV because
they
I
have
think
another
Fresno
car
just gave
quarterbacking
Boise
for
State the business in the Mountain West Championship or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they won in overtime. So
Yeah,
Yankees-
so
Well,
I'm
they
with
gave him the
BV.
business.
Yeah, so me and BV locked in a
you don't
Fresno
go
State.
against teams that give other teams the business.
The business.
I know. I didn't know about the business.
Okay.
No one told me about
So
that.
now we're still on the 15th.
Jesus, I'm going to
Man,
watch a lot of
this
football
is
that day.
amazing.
I'm gonna go to coma watching
all
all
of
stuff.
us are just going to be riveted.
There's not one good game on
I got to
all of
take the 16th off because the 15th
Yeah.
is going to wear me. So here we are. We're at 5:30. Raycom Media. It looks like chlamydia. It's Camellia Bowl. Georgia Southern versus Eastern Michigan. 5:30 in Montgomery, Alabama. Georgia Southern versus Eastern. 5:30. Who you got, Steve?
Eastern made a bowl?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Eastern because that's got to be end of the world type stuff. Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
You couldn't pay me to watch this bowl. I'll take Georgia Southern
This
just
is
for
a rough one right
Okay,
here.
now wait. Isn't Georgia Southern a historically black college? BV, I'm defaulting to you.
I think so.
I don't believe so.
Oh,
no.
okay.
It's, Georgia Southern, I do know, did not have a program for a long time, and then they reinstated. Bill Curry helped reopen the I remember because Curry's got a long history with Alabama, and they scheduled a television game against Bama the year that they
If you ever wonder why we have
reopened the
BV on the podcast,
the insight.
That was the Bill Curry reference.
he just pulled out a Georgia Southern like deep cut. All right, BV, Georgia
I would
Southern,
not know
Eastern
that if it
Michigan,
wasn't if it didn't have a Bama.
the pride of Alabama.
How many
BV,
Georgia Southern graduates wrestled in the AWA?
BV, who you
I know
got?
that.
Georgia Southern, Eastern.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about either team at this point, but I think that my general tendency is that I'll take the shit colleges from shit football players from Georgia over the shit players from Michigan. So Georgia
you're
Southern.
taking Georgia Southern. I'm going to take Eastern. I'm going to take the home team in that
Because the
one.
apocalypse is happening.
Yeah, so that's me and Steve locked in at Eastern, BV and Wiggs on Georgia Southern for the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl.
Random Eastern fact: they
Camellia?
cut most of their sports programs.
Pay for
One
this
more-
bowl trip.
Yeah,
One
they-
more random Eastern fact. One former famous quarterback from Eastern Michigan, Dan Enos, currently the quarterback coach at Alabama.
Wow.
First off, he's not famous. Damn, I was waiting for
Well,
Charlie
as
Batch.
far as Eastern Michigan goes, he's pretty
TJ
damn
Lang.
famous.
All right, moving on to we're still on the 15th, folks.
Oh my God, we're going to go to football
This
coma.
is going to be a
Bad
6-hour long
football coma.
podcast just going through the bowl games. So we got the RL Carriers New Orleans. I don't know which way you want to go. Steve's favorite place on the planet, the New Orleans Bowl. Middle Tennessee versus Appalachian State, 9 o'clock, ESPN on the 15th.
9 o'clock.
Hey, this one's in the Superdome, son, in New Orleans.
Man, prime time.
All right, so who you got? Middle Tennessee, Appy State.
I'm going to go App State just because of what they did to Michigan all those years ago, and they almost did it to Penn State this year. I'll go Appalachian State.
All
Yep.
right.
Steve stole my thunder for the exact same reasons. I was going to pick
That's why
App
you go
State.
first.
Yep.
All right.
That's why you get the grill up.
We got two Appy States. BV, what do you got?
I mean, App State is legit. I think they're gonna win this one pretty big.
So we got, I think we're all four locking in on Appalachian State. I don't know jack about Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's 4 for Appy State
So-
in the RL Carriers New Orleans
Lee
Bowl.
Corso's going to have a very busy day on the 15th.
Dude, he's gonna
He'll
have
be
to.
predicted left and right.
Oh my God.